In his new shop in the center of Ukraine's Kramatorsk, Maxim Lysenko pauses and listens.
Пикирует, сейчас упадет. Это Краматорск. Это Краматорск.
A Russian suicide drone has just exploded in the frontline city. It's the third attack in less than an hour. These missiles and drones terrorize the skies over one of the country's final major strongholds in the fiercely contested region of Donetsk. And as Russian troops grind westward, tens of thousands of people still living here must decide if they want to stay put.
Реально під звуки вибухів. В принципе, то, что мы могли слышать буквально 2 минуты назад, когда очередной российский дрон атаковал окрестности Краматорска, он где-то тут недалеко взорвался. Поэтому это для нас не просто слоган, это жизнь.
Lysenko remains defiant. His store is filled with patriotic messages. Barely flinching at the explosions, soldiers and civilians browse the racks of clothing and order drinks from the coffee bar.
Написано, що стяг загартованих в запеклих боях тріумфально мною здійметься над вільним краєм. О том, що обязательно этот стяг он будет майорити над вільною Донеччиною.
This refusal to concede territory to Russia in return for peace is widespread. President Vladimir Putin's proposal would see Kyiv withdraw its troops from the parts of Donbass it still controls. But 75% of Ukrainians reject that, according to a September opinion poll by the Kyiv International Institute of Sociology. And 62% of the 1,000-odd respondents said they are ready to endure the war as long as it takes.
Он может быть побитым, потому что, как мы видим, буквально за полчаса 3 прилета, да, но он обязательно останется под украинским флагом.
Kramatorsk sits here. Some parts of the city are less than 12 miles from Russian positions. It's part of what some call the fortress belt in the Donetsk region. It's called that because of a string of garrison towns and cities that lie along a road running north to south. If this belt is breached, then Russia could make swifter gains in the future, and Kramatorsk, along with Sloviansk, are some of the only major Ukrainian strongholds still standing in Putin's way in Donetsk. Both cities' populations are now roughly half the size they were before the war. To the west of Sloviansk are villages and fields, including some managed by Serhiy Kuryny, whose family has worked the land for generations. If Putin were to succeed in controlling all of Donbass, it would leave Kuryny with a hard choice to make.
А ми повинні залишати свою землю, отам батьків похоронених моїх лежать. І земля моя є, паї, все. Я повинен, дім я побудував тут своїми силами. І все я повинен залишити і йти галасвіта кудись.
Darka Harnik, though, is returning to Kramatorsk.
I arrived and we didn't have any electricity. And you can hear, as soon as I came out of the train, you can hear explosions, literally from the train station that is supposed to be very secure. And you just kind of, it's a new reality.
Harnik works in the Ukrainian energy sector and volunteered at a community center in Kramatorsk as a teenager. She says she felt like she had to return.
Just the idea of thinking that it's going to be under occupation, it truly terrifies me because the loss is going to be tremendous. Going to be tremendous because every brick in here is somebody's story.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has outright rejected Russia's territorial demands. He wants a ceasefire, backed by security guarantees from international allies. As for the territory, he says it can be discussed later through diplomatic talks. But Putin isn't backing down. With little sign of the deadlock breaking, Kramatorsk is slowly being dragged into greater danger. Attacks are on the rise, and the number of buildings reduced to rubble continues to mount. Despite the growing threats, some residents still feel hopeful. Their city has not fallen, and a semblance of normal life is still possible.
I feel like this place will never be just given away. And you can see all of those people who are working towards never giving it. Ukrainians, in their identity, they are very tied to the concept of the land